In 1996, an arson attack burnt the great La Fenice Theatre in Venice down to the ground. Having resolved the design and funding issues, as well as settling the political disputes, it was agreed that the theatre would be rebuilt to its original condition in 2002 and 2003. I took part in the renovation as sculptor to reconstruct the cavea. The reconstruction took place in two separate phases. The foyer and the Apollonian halls, which had not been completely destroyed by the arson attack, were restored following established and proven restoration methods in which I didn't participate. In that phase of the restoration, casts were taken from some of the recovered original parts, and the original antique elements were combined with the reproduced copies in such a way that one can still distinguish the original from the modern reproduction. The cavea, on the other hand, had been completely destroyed, so it had to be rebuilt from scratch in a scientific recreation of the model of the theatre by the brothers Meduna, the last architects who rebuilt the theatre in 1836 after another fire had occurred. Starting from old photos, I created the drawings in 1:1 scale, which were then submitted for approval to a committee. I created all my prototypes from the drawings, so as to make the papier-mâché, which is the main decorative component inside the cavea. I made casts in plaster from clay models, and the models also in plaster for the wood elements, for example, for all the capitals. Clay first, then negative molds in rubber, then positive in plaster. In the theatre, there are very few elements made in plaster. The 4 putos in the royal box and the 22 Nereids. This is the bust of one of them. They all look alike, and they represent young maidens from the forest, holding rushes in their hands, with their arms held in a classical dance position. We are in the mid-1800s. Therefore, the ballet had already been codified by Petipa, and these Nereids follow the neoclassical style with their naked busts, like the well-known Ebe by Antonio Canova. The young maidens look at the audience from above, as in this inclined position, like caryatids, supporting the ceiling, which is a starry sky full of allegorical figures representing the muses, and so therefore representing the arts. The Nereid represented here in this bust with its typical neoclassical hairstyle has been one of the most popular figures in the restoration of the theatre. It is made in plaster, coated by implementing a special technique which adds a refined opalescent look to it.